All right, so taking a look at your quiz from last week. First question says that if the sine of theta is 0, find the cosecant of theta. Well, the reciprocal of 0 is 1 over 0, which is undefined. That's the only answer for this. Next question says if the tangent of theta is 1/2, we're going to find the sine of theta. Well, I can convert tangent to cotangent, and I could convert sine to cosecant. And there is a property that says, let's see, if we have sine squared plus cosine squared is 1, and we divide everything by sine squared, we'd get that 1 plus the cotangent squared of theta is equal to the cosecant squared of theta. So 1 plus cotangent, if we know tangent theta is 2, if we know tangent of theta is 1/2, cotangent would be 2. This would be 2 squared is equal to cosecant squared of theta. 1 plus 4 is 5. Got to take the square root. We get that cosecant of theta is equal to plus or minus root 5. And to get the reciprocal, which is sine, we would have 1 over square root of 5, which would be root 5 over 5. All right. And next problem, problem number 3. Problem number 3 says express the cosine of 562 as an angle in quadrant 1. All right, so let's figure out where 562 is. 360, 450, 540. This would be 630, and this would be 540. So our reference angle would be 22. And if all students take calculus, cosine would be negative in quadrant 3. So I'm going to write the cosine of 22, but put a negative in front because the cosine in quadrant 3 is negative. For problem number 4, it's asking to write cosecant of 850 in quadrant 1. So that's 360, that's 720, it's 810. This would be 900. Remember, reference angles, we always go to the x-axis. So this would be 50 degrees. And if all students take calculus, sine and cosecant are positive in quadrant 2. So we would say cosecant of 50 degrees, leave it positive because cosecant of 850 would be positive anyway. So in quadrant 1, it's also positive. For problem number 5, it's saying to simplify cosine times tangent times cosecant. We convert everything to sines and cosines. This cancels with this cancels with this. We're just left with 1. And for problem number 6, it says simplify 1 over sine squared of theta minus cosine squared over sine squared. Well, 1 minus cosine squared of theta, it's the same denominator, so we can combine them. And I know sine squared plus cosine squared is 1, so 1 minus cosine squared is just sine squared. We get sine squared over sine squared, which is just 1. All right, so stay tuned for today's lesson.